We are here this morning to celebrate the opening of the Glendale Narrows Riverwalk project. It's located on the north and east banks of the Los Angeles River across the street from Griffith Park. Riverwalk is actually a three-phase project. Phase 1, which we are here to celebrate this morning, extends from Betty Davis Park in the city of Los Angeles at the west end to Flower Street at the east end, and includes the entry park where we are right now, a picnic area along the river, an equestrian facility, and a half-mile of recreational trail. Riverwalk is one of the significant early elements of a long-term regional-wide effort to create a riparian parkway and wildlife corridor along the Los Angeles River. Glendale staff has coordinated extensively with the county's Los Angeles River Master Plan Advisory Committee, with the City of Los Angeles on the development of the Los Angeles River Revitalization Master Plan, and with numerous other cities and agencies on the goal of restoring character and natural ecosystems to the river.
Well, what a wonderful, wonderful day for the city of Glendale, for the neighbors that are here, for the neighborhood, and quite frankly for the entire region, because this is just a small segment. This is part of a bikeway, a park system, a pedestrian system that is going to stretch from the northwest San Fernando Valley, come all along to Glendale, through Burbank to Glendale, on to Atwater, Glassell Park, downtown Los Angeles, then the other side of the downtown through some of the different cities, and right into Long Beach. So when you think about it, we're going to have one of the longest, when all of this is completed, we're going to have one of the longest bike paths, one of the longest recreational areas in the United States. And let me just add, in addition to recreation, I think it's also going to provide access for people who want to use their bicycles to get to work, to shop, just to run errands. So it'll tie into all of the different bike paths that we're creating in the city of Glendale, and so is the city of Los Angeles.
On behalf of the California State Senate, I have two certificates, one to the city of Glendale, Community Services and Parks Department, and the other to Northeast Trees. And we are pleased to congratulate the Glendale Community Services and Parks Department and Northeast Trees, along with their collaborative partners, on working so successfully together to provide the city of Glendale such a beautiful setting for recreation in the community. This first phase of Riverwalk is a critical part of the important effort to reclaim the natural beauty of the Los Angeles River. Congratulations.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
My name is Eric Menjivar. I'm here representing Assemblymember Mike Gatto. And I just want to add that this is a great project. And I want to thank both the City of Glendale and Northeast Trees for their hard work. And also this just adds another gem in our district, which also includes Atwater as well, and just adds along to the great to the revitalization of the Los Angeles River. So congratulations to all of the community here. Please enjoy and take care of this park and make much use of it. And look forward to seeing some of you folks out here. Thank you.
Thank you, Eric. Thank you very much.
Yeah.
It's a pleasure to be here today on behalf of Supervisor Mike Antonovich. I'm Rita Hachimanukian, and Glendale, you just keep getting better and better and better and more beautiful. And I don't think I've ever given out a wet certificate, but it's definitely damp. So on behalf of the county, we congratulate you. You're very welcome.
In addition to bikes and pedestrian and all the rest of it, and we're also going to have plenty of equestrian opportunities. The idea from our perspective, from the city of Glendale and Burbank, is to be able to cross over into the treasure that is Griffith Park. If we can get pedestrians and bicyclists, and of course horses, across to Griffith Park, I think we will have taken a giant step for recreational opportunities, and also just for commercial activity and people being able to come to some of the restaurants on their bikes and going back and forth.
What a great day. I know that so many of you have waited for this day for a very long time. And what a stroke of genius for the neighborhood to suggest taking what had been a forgotten and blighted piece of land and turning it into a functional park and transportation corridor. There are people here, residents here from all over Glendale. It's so great to see. We've got people here from Adams Hill, from far north, from northwest Glendale, because this is really something that's going to be a wonderful addition to the entire city of Glendale. But mostly, it's an addition for this area. And this is such a special neighborhood. Our only neighborhood that you can have horse keeping, and affordable horse keeping. What a benefit this area is, and one that is important to me, because before I moved to Glendale, starting about 15, no, more than that now, maybe 17 years ago, I kept a horse here for many years and rode around this neighborhood and rode around Griffith Park for a long time. And I know that horse facilities and horse trails are in short supply and so necessary to keep this an equestrian neighborhood like we want to keep it, and keep the horse ownership here strong. So it's something that our city council is committed to, and something that this bridge, eventual bridge and this trail, is going to really make this neighborhood even a stronger horse neighborhood, when you can ride not through Mariposa to get to Griffith Park, but one day to ride down here and cross a bridge on this side to get to Griffith Park. What a great day that will be. So I want to thank everyone for coming out, and certainly thank everybody who made this a reality. All of our wonderful city staff, my colleagues on city council, and the Parks Commission, who does such a great job, and of course the neighborhood, who's always there, and Joanne Hedge, who's always there to lobby and to keep Rancho Glendale, that's right, Joanne, to keep Rancho Glendale first and foremost in our minds, to let us know when there's issues in the neighborhood. It's so, so important.
This is a great addition to Glendale. It's great in so many ways. And as we keep talking about the connectivity, that's a very important factor. We just can't have our little Glendale Phase 1 and Phase 2. We've got to make this a river length trail and park. And as I was sitting here, my wheels were starting to move as I was warming up just a little bit with my jacket on. Glendale is part of the San Fernando Valley Council of Governments. And fortunately, I am president of the San Fernando Valley Council of Governments. My next meeting of that group, of all the elected officials on the San Fernando Valley, is to brag to them about how great this park turned out, and to encourage all of the jurisdictions, the assembly districts, the supervisorial districts, the LA City Council districts that border the LA River, to connect, go north. Let's have a great path from the North Valley all the way down to the ocean. What a great trip and a great trail that would be. It takes hard work. It takes dedicated community volunteers like the Rancho District folks, like city staff, committed elected officials. And if Glendale can do it, there's no reason why the other jurisdictions up the river can't do it. And connect down the river, we'll have a great thing that we can all be proud of. So thank you, everyone, and enjoy the trails.
In the last 20 years, a movement has slowly gathered momentum with the sole purpose of revitalizing the LA River. This movement seeks to change the river into a connective green space by adding parks, walking paths, and bicycle trails. And with these parks and plazas and common areas for people to gather, the new vision for the LA River turns a formerly blighted area into centers of urban vitality and community pride. And before you now is one example. That's Phase 1 of the Glendale Narrows Riverwalk project. Riverwalk, as you will shortly see, includes a half-mile of pedestrian bicycle path which runs from here down to Flower Street. It includes this entry park, a picnic area, and an equestrian facility, as well as public art and interpretive signage. But we're only just getting started with Phase 1. Phase 2 of the project will begin at the Phase 1 Flower Street connection and will extend the multipurpose trail all the way to the Verdugo Wash. It will include a confluence park, a river overlook, and an entry area at Flower Street. And when it's done, Glendale will be the only city on the entire 52 miles of the LA River to devote 100% of its river frontage to recreation. But as exciting as these developments are, the best part of Riverwalk is Phase 3, a non-motorized bridge over the Los Angeles River into Griffith Park. This is a bridge that will connect two cities and provide access for Glendale residents into the greatest urban park in the country and provide access for Los Angeles residents to all that Glendale has to offer.
On behalf of Secretary Laird and all of us at the Resources Agency, congratulations on the completion of this first phase. An amazing project. It was a long road, a long haul. There was some bumps and bruises along the way, not least of which was a surprising, unwelcome freeze on all bond cash a few years ago. But Northeast Trees in the city of Glendale, as well as many other partners, pulled together, they persevered, and they kept the train moving, which is why we're able to be here today. This is what California's voters had in mind when they passed the bond measure. So we want to make sure that we thank the voters. We understand that it's only been with their continued support that we have projects like this. And truly, this epitomizes a river parkway. We understand that you're not done yet. We get that. The city of Glendale has been competing the last several months to get some help with this second phase, extending the trail. So on behalf of Secretary Laird, it is my great pleasure to announce an award in the amount of $975,000.
Oh, Lord, wow. Thank you.
Congratulations.
Very much.
Congratulations. We look forward, I'll let them speak. We look forward to working with the city on this second phase. We've said recently to some other folks, it's kind of like a marriage. Through thick or thin, through better or for worse, we're going to be joined now at the hip, and we're going to see this second phase through to completion. So congratulations to all.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you very, very much. And look at that ray of sunshine that all of a sudden has come down on us. Boy, this is $975,000. That'll go a long, long way. Thank you so much.
I would like to take this opportunity to recognize and thank our city council for their support, their patience, and for approving the funding for this project and recognizing the importance of this project to this community and the residents of Glendale. I would also like to thank the community for their support, and in particular the Rancho Homeowners Association and the Paula Apartments, the residents of the Paula Apartments who continued to provide valuable input to staff on the design and development of this project.
I think it's very clear to all of us that even though this is a very small project, the majesty of the project will be far living and long living and really make an impact in our culture. I also want to mention two of my good friends in the audience, Ms. Joanne Hedge and Ms. B.J. Kessler, who I had the pleasure of working with as representatives of the neighborhood, who truly made a difference in making this project a reality and had to live with it day in and day out. And the wonderful neighbors that we got to know over the construction period. Now, this project took about 10 years to make, but we were hoping that the next phase would be much quicker.
This has been a long and complicated and difficult project, and it's taken a lot of people to get us to this point. I would be here an hour if I mentioned all the people from all the agencies. One of the big things that happened along the way with this project, when we were stalled and having money problems, was that we formed a partnership with Northeast Trees. Northeast Trees has done a lot of work on the river. They're very good at what they do, and they're very good at getting grants, and they got us one. And that's how this thing got built. A special part of this project has been the fact that the neighborhood is a major part of what's happening here. That they've taken ownership of this park, of a part of it anyway. This is an equestrian overlay zone. We have equestrians in the Rancho homeowners area and in the Griffith Park apartment. And they have followed this project all the way through. They have given us support when we needed it and criticized us when they felt we needed that. And they're going to be helping. This is a new thing, as far as I know, in Glendale. They're going to be helping to run and maintain the equestrian facility here. Our artists, Robert Rossoff, Brett Goldstone, you can see the beautiful work that they've done there.
Northeast Trees is a nonprofit that was founded by a retired LAUSD school teacher, Scott Wilson. We unfortunately lost Scott last year, so he's not able to be here with us. But Scott's vision was quite simple, and I'll say it in this way, that more trees and cleaner water are better. And so all the things that we can do to plant more trees and to take the water that comes like it is today, infiltrate it into the ground and clean it and let it be available for the plants, for the animals, and for ourselves to drink. So Scott would be very proud, certainly of our work, but also of all the people I'm going to thank in a minute. Literally, to make this project possible took the efforts of hundreds of people. And so I'm going to thank them in just a second. One of Scott's abiding passions that is the main core of Northeast Trees is to engage the communities and the people who live in the communities where we design and build parks, where we plant trees. Often these are in the most disadvantaged communities within Los Angeles County. And so we try to hire the young men and women from those communities to help us do that work. So when you walk through the park today, I want you to realize that the people that actually came and showed up here to build this park were young men, in this particular case, where this was maybe their first job. So they're of the ages between 18 and 24, and this was an opportunity for them to learn the landscape trades, construction trades, and to earn a good wage. The organizations that put money into this were, as you heard, the Natural Resources Agency through a grant that was written by Northeast Trees in partnership with the City of Glendale. And you saw Polly up earlier, and so Polly, I want to thank you on behalf of Northeast Trees and our partnership with the city, both you personally and the group that you manage, but also Secretary Laird and the whole Natural Resources Agency. I mean, the work that you do for those of us who live here in Los Angeles County is just from our heart, we just very much appreciate it. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Part of this park was built by funds from Caltrans, and so we want to thank John Haynes and the people up at Caltrans for seeing the vision that we had so many years ago and providing funds to help us do that. The third major source of money came from the Los Angeles Regional Parks and Open Space Group, and I believe they're here today, so we want to thank you for providing the funds from County Prop A, which again, without those funds, this park would not have gotten built. Then finally, the two organizations that most people don't really realize that provided money here was the City of Glendale themselves provided money to make this happen, and Northeast Trees provided money to make this happen. So I want to thank, in particular, the staff at Northeast Trees and the board of Northeast Trees for being able to provide those funds, and the mayor and the city council for providing the funds that you provided. Pull.